Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second hour of Once Upon a Game. We're playing some spooky skeletons by Jason Morningstar. No, I'm just kidding. It's the regular skeletons, not spooky.
We were kind of spooky.
Yeah. This is
what
a...
skeletons
Don't sell
are
yourself
a little
short
bit
there.
spooky.
My skeleton doesn't have a head, so...
If you, by random chance, have stumbled upon this stream without watching the first part or anything like that, this is a story game centered around the inverse of a dungeon. So instead of being adventurers exploring it, you are playing the defenders. You're playing the guardians of this tomb, trying to figure out who we are, what we're defending, through these sort of like weird, strange flashbacks as we get like intelligence and awareness when things attack. So that's sort of the gist of the game. We just finished part 1, which is sort of like the, low-level adventurer stuff. And now we're getting into the medium-level things. So, with that being said, I believe... Oh, Sam, you moved the camera.
I did.
You turned off your you turned off your camera.
No.
And that's fine. It's just that everything is now switched around. I'll fix that. In the meantime, it is Vorian's turn. It's fine. You're just not your turn. You try to turn off your camera so you go next. Wheezy.
You got me.
Be my turn.
Found out my plot.
So it is Vorian's turn.
Yeah, and we were moving to the time of dust.
We are in the time of dust.
Yes.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians. A bunch of giant tomb spiders have come in. Intelligent and graceful, they are stubborn, clever, and hard to dislodge. Do you destroy them? Do you reach an understanding? And how? Everyone can answer one question if they wish, and then I have to choose ones either from Glory Fades or God's Laugh. Which is okay. So, the giant tomb spiders are... think daddy long legs mixed with tarantulas.
Ooh.
So... And if anybody has an NEX card, like, just yell.
No, I'm cool with it now.
Okay, so the abdomens are like this big. So this is my head. This big. Just the abdomens. They are hairy.
So they're
as fuck,
huge.
because that's what tarantulas are. And their legs are, if you stretch them out, they would be like 12 feet long. And hairy as fuck.
So they're like a hairy version of the Dark Souls 2, that whole like.
I have never
what's that
played
sound?
Dark Souls.
All right, well, for
But
those of
that's
you,
like-
yeah.
Yeah. So hairy, they have 16 eyes. I'm just gonna go up here. 16 eyes, and they can see all around them. They can see all around. They have full 360-degree vision, and like tarantulas, fangs, poisonous fangs. Not
Beware.
that this should affect us because we're skeletons.
Suck it. Okay.
And, yeah,
Uh,
pretty much it.
I
They're
have a question.
quick. Yes.
So, I mean, it applies basically in the thing that like there's maybe an option of us being able to communicate with them. Do you think that these spiders are like intelligent in that way, or are they just animals?
They are intelligent, but I think to try and understand their motivations might be complicated because they're arachnids, they're insects.
Yeah, and as a facilitator, that's a pretty good question, but I think the best answer and what the answer that just Vorian's an awesome person to respond to it is basically it could be difficult, but if you want to spend your time as a player doing it. And I just want to caution against always asking permission to do something and add something cool to the game. So try not to do that. Just sometimes it's best to just go. But I also understand that you want to make sure that's at a general level cool.
I understand. I sometimes need to like shake that D&D.
It's very hard. It's very hard. Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to shake. But yeah, go ahead and try. Your turn.
Oh, this is like my.
Or it's Vorian's turn, actually.
This is like my second or third time playing a tabletop RPG. This is my first time playing a Morningstar RPG. Woo!
Cool.
Okay.
Wow, you picked it. You picked a weird one.
I picked it random, and I'm happy
Yeah.
I don't have class tomorrow. Anyway, yeah. So, okay, what is the order?
It's
I don't think I have anything else to add for the.
Yeah.
They come in.
What does the horror do? Or where do the spiders come from? Like come into the
Yeah.
tomb,
Yeah,
and then
something
what does the
like that.
horror do? Would be the next question, and then move.
The spiders manage because there is a shaft of light shining on the roads in the North Alcove.
Oh, they wiggled their way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're daddy long legs, aren't they? So they do.
they can. They're huge, but somehow they manage
Yeah.
to squeeze their way in.
Yeah, like
they're
because
like
most of their body's
5
legs are.
foot.
Oh, I could totally see it. Oh god, these giant long legs just like squiggling on it, just like
There are also 10 of them.
oh Jesus,
There are also 10 of them.
it's a
They
family.
come in, and they give off an aura of it's too hot, cool, right? So I don't know if you inferred that from what I was telling you,
Yeah.
but they're basically like the adventurer with a skull head in his head. They're trying to escape the desert sun.
Oh okay.
Yeah, because they're cave spiders. They're cave spiders, of course.
Ah okay.
And they scamper around. They start to scamper around the. How long has it been since the guy died?
At least a month and a year.
At least in a
It
month.
can be
and
as
a-
long
okay,
as yeah.
So they might be still okay. They start to crowd around the corpse of the adventurer,
Right.
the refugee. And
So what does the horror do?
the horror, he has retreat. He previously retreated back into the sarcophagus, but he stands up and noisily puts his feet on the ground and starts walking towards the spiders. He starts, and he gives off an aura towards the spiders that says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" The spiders are like, "What?" They just give off a sense of confusion because we can communicate with them, but it's trying to keep this all in feelings rather than words.
Yeah, so I think so since I said that I had thrown the body into the depression in front of
That's
the
right.
altar, as the spiders like rush forward to try to like get into the depression, Bright Yelling like strides forth and like holds the sword in front of him and like tries to like sweep it in front of him to keep any of the spiders from going into the depression. And I think like basically you guys, like all of you and maybe the spiders as well, just hear like echoing in your minds, it is forbidden. And I am answering the question.
Can I befriend giant wolf spiders? Sorry.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I was just making a joke that you're answering the question. Can your character befriend giant spiders?
Oh yeah.
nice.
It says it right on the sheet. It's right there. It's what area within this place are you forbidden to set foot in? And so that area, that depression is forbidden for us to step foot within. So yeah, I'm defending it, and I'm like not like stepping forward to actually attack the spiders, but am like purely like defending, and will only like strike out at them if they get too close.
The spiders start broadcasting a feeling of think exclamation point, question mark, and then interrobang. And they start circling around the. Does anybody know what an interrobang is? It's like
It's a
it's like a
podcast.
combination between an exclamation point and a question mark, right?
Oh.
So they start broadcasting that feeling, and they start circling around bright dealing, the reliquary, the altar, and the depression. They start circling around, like sidestepping.
Dude, there's like 10 of them. It's getting crowded in here with
It
giant
is.
freaking spiders.
Yeah, I know what I want to do, but I want to give someone else a chance really quick first because I just want.
Alright, well,
Paul's turn. Leafington's turn.
yeah. Old Arrow Shield is gonna murder one with his sharp stick with a little rat skeleton on it. And then skewer it into one of the spiders.
It starts squealing.
Yep.
Like a stuck pig, of course.
Yeah.
It starts squealing, and then it just crumbles into dust. And then there are 9, and they immediately stop circling around Bright Yielding and the altar in the center, and they start circling around Arrow Shield. And
Alright.
yeah,
Whatever, I'm a skeleton. I'm not afraid of some
they're still thinking, wait, what? What? Oh my goodness, dead. Are we in trouble? No? Yes? Maybe? Investigate. And one of them comes in slowly and tries to wrest your shield from you. Slowly,
Alright.
thinking, basically.
Eric?
What's your... Okay, I need to ask you this, Sam. You have a red cloak, right?
Correct.
It doesn't have a... Does it or does it not have a crescent on it?
It doesn't. It's unclear what the pattern was on it. There was clearly some sort of like inlay and pattern, but the way it's tattered is it's like holes in the cloak and not like the cloak is cut off, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, yes, but not for that.
Okay, then if that's the case, then I rush to Arrow Shield's aid, and for some reason
Well, that sucked.
do. Yeah, I guess I do.
Seven other points.
I think we see. Yeah, I think we see Server Torque, who's now.
Did we get your name? I don't know if we did.
No,
get
we
your
don't.
name.
We never got Server Torque's name. I rushed to the shade. We just know he's a champion.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one right now. But I was thinking about falling in love with you, Leafington. I was gonna say that, but
Listen, there's still chance for skeleton love,
yeah.
and maybe later we could bone.
Something, Eric, something we like kind of brushed over was like, you said your sword is dull. Is it like dull from the ages and from the time, or is it like a sword that was never sharp? Like it was never like...
Oh yeah, no. I think I was thinking about it being a I rushed to his aid, but then there's a flashback of it's like my father's sword, and it was never sharpened. He was like the champion or whatever. Apparently, champions don't sharpen their swords. Something to the effect of it. Maybe it's more like a fairly heirloom, and like it's like the saber you wear at court. and it's not the sword that you use in battle. It's the sword I died with, right? On my dressing instead of and what I was the regalia that I was dressed in when I died versus what's applicable.
Mhm.
So I think there's a I think we see a moment of I rushed to Leafington's age. I rushed to Airshield's age, but there's a moment of hesitation as I realized that in real life I died to these spiders or these types of spiders.
Oh no.
Damn.
And yeah, I remember, and I guess the answer to the question would be oh no, never mind, got it. That answers my last question. Perfect.
Which is
Oh, a memory that the monsters evoke. Literally, it's What connection do you have to those you've just killed or driven away? Well, we're going to kill them or drive them away. So, like, but the hesitation is that these things are the things that killed me.
Right. And I think that kind of plays perfectly in contrast to what happens with Ren. Is after you hesitate, Ren comes in, mace in hand, and just starts wailing on these spiders without question. I'm not even sure if he's even hearing your screams telepathically or real, whatever. And if I can take control of the spiders, they start to run. And while some of them may escape, the ones that Ren, the headless, can get to, he takes down. Because his name in his past life, his moniker,
Homemade one.
was the Merciless.
nice.
And
The Merciless,
The Merciless, yep.
badass.
Venus Farm and
I think
Awesome.
so. Sorry, go for it.
No, I'm just saying awesome.
Oh, sorry. So I think as Vorian said, the spiders were ringing the reliquary. So as they start running for the doors, some of them are in the way of this depression, and I think Bright Yelling just sort of leaps bodily over the depression in order to skewer one of them before it can fall down into it.
Cool.
And lands safely on the other side, of course, because he is forbidden from entering.
That is cool. That is perfect. Yep. Anything else?
So we killed a bunch and we drove the rest off.
Yeah, you guys
So it
pretty
sounds
much.
Mhm, yeah.
Totally different from what I wanted to do with them, but
Good happens.
okay. So
Well,
right
I
now
mean,
it's
anything else is for you too, right?
Yeah. Anything else for you too?
I'm thinking, okay, now we've got a few ash piles, basically. I'm not choosing any of the tomb table, any of the options from the tomb tables yet, but there are a few ash piles here and there around the, around the depression. And I am going to choose from one of the tomb tables now. So God's love, we've gotten Skeleton's weapon broken. Skeleton previously. Wait.
And something's been revealed. It's the second to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So. No. Wait. Okay. Glory fades. A skeleton loses some bones permanently. What body part is missing? Noted on the character sheet.
So what skeleton?
So I'm going to say because of his crazy service in protecting the tomb, the headless is going to lose a few ribs.
Okay.
A few ribs and a few
Cool.
vertebrae.
All right. Noted.
Yep.
Cool.
And I choose the next time, the amount of time, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. After this, a millennium passes.
Ooh.
Oh, you went with all. You did that. Okay.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Use once on the world's crumble or time devours table, and adjust the map as
Yeah.
needed. Oh,
So do that first. Do that as I figure out how to set up a thing for 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I'll give you a lot of time, I guess. So which ones have we gotten already?
None of those. Those
None
are
of those?
new. Yep.
No, I think the last time.
No,
I think
we've all been
No,
doing
I've
Glory
only had
Fates and God's Laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just God's Laugh. Oh, okay.
I know we've done. I don't know. Call out one, and if you've done it, then we'll say. You know what? And if you repeat, so what?
Yeah.
If it's the one that sounds really cool and the one you want to do, repeat. How about that?
Sure. I'm just thinking about you. This is interesting. Worlds crumble, gold and silver dull, iron rusts, colors fade to sepulchral gray. Note this on the map.
My pretty red cloak. No.
I am made of jewels, and I now look like a legitimate skeleton, dude.
Yeah, my silver sword's now all like cracked and.
Oh, alright. Does the rose, is that still bright red? Does that also fade?
Let's go with no, because
That's
there's obviously something magical about that.
okay.
Alright.
I like that. So
Collar.
Yeah,
fades.
I can't. I like the idea that it's like this like gray, like colorless tomb, and then just this like beautiful verdant, like green and red rose, just like sitting like in the middle of this pool of light.
Me too. Is there? I really wish though. I wish there's a way I could figure out why my audio for Roll20 is not getting exported to OBS. But them's the breaks. So, all right.
These are the breaks.
So let's go ahead and go to the Skelly break. I got it set up to 4 minutes. So a millennium, right? A millennia.
Millennium.
All right. Okay. And we come back. Millennia has passed. And it's Sam's turn.
Yes.
Sam, read the words.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians.
I just like to note that my lovely crescent holy symbol is now oxidized.
I love it when other people.
Yes, so is my sword. I tried to make my mullet gray, but I can only get half of it to go gray. I guess I've just got like a streak of like brown still in the mullet.
Nice. We have more time. We have more time. It's cool.
Exactly. This time I was going to give you guys the World's Crumble event before, like we talked about potentially doing, or it would be Glory Fades rather.
Right.
So look real quick. Okay, so at the end of this scene, something the skeletons are protecting is destroyed, and we're gonna find out what that is.
Okay.
So after this millennia of waiting, we see entering the tomb these two men. One of them's like much like taller and like more broad-shouldered. The other one is like a little bit shorter and like sneakier and more dexterous looking. As they're like coming in, they've got this sort of casual, like jocular way that they're like bantering back and forth with each other. It's like very like clear to like us as the audience that these guys are like hardened professionals. So I think just to describe the intruder outside of my fluff description here, it's a pair of professional tomb robbers. Describe them. Illustrate how they work as a team. What object immediately attracts their attention? Can they fight? Everyone answers one question. The killer or killers may answer two. So like, you can see the shorter one has a pair of knives strapped behind his back, and the taller of the two has two swords, one strapped to each hip. As they walk in, they immediately like we as we just sort of talked about, the entire tomb has gone gray and rusted except for this verdant rose, this beautiful rose in the sunlight. And so immediately as they walk in, their eyes just snap to it. And I think like that's the moment where the skeletons like sort of start stirring, is like as both of them lock eyes on this rose.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I guess I go first, right? So Bright Yelling does his like thing that we saw him do the first time an intruder came in, where he bows to the reliquary and then stands. And so he stands and he walks, stepping in front of the rose as if to guard it, and holds up his sword in challenge. And I think we get like sort of this memory come back to him of him kneeling for this aged knight, like weathered with this like.
Cool.
Because technically the first thing was a by name, so the original name had to come out eventually.
All right. So Arrow Shield, as he does, having always set up like, behind the door, and everyone just kind of passes him, and then he gets a like jump on in the back. Tries to stab like the big guy. So Arrow Shield, as he does, having always set up like, behind the door, and everyone just kind of passes him, and then he gets a like jump on in the back. He gets tries to stab like the big guy, but I thought you said he was wearing armor.
No, yeah, he's like looks like he's ready for a fight. So I think like as you like spring forward, he like brings out his two swords and like gives you a fight. Especially since you're
because
like
I have like a stick with like
yeah,
a
exactly.
sharp-ish
Yeah,
points
you
on
literally-
it, so it's maybe not so effective against armor, but like I'm attacking big guy. It's just not immediately effective.
Yeah, so maybe you and I start fighting, like the one who's like clearly there to fight with the two swords, and he's sort of like fending both of us off a little bit.
Sure.
Okay.
Eric.
So, I think that I think I'm gonna go to attack the one with the two knives. So I get up from kneeling, and I proceed to go over there with my dull, cracked, horrible blade. And
You're supposed to draw one. I know you.
there's something about this guy. There's something on him that catches my eye. And in
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to come over here.
in like his backpack or something like that, or like sticking out from like his loot bag, is another red rose.
Oh
And-
yeah, it's the match. I
Yeah.
love that.
Nice.
And this makes me, and my eyes like go, like they go from, they're like the only thing that's colorful about me at this point, like that still has some sort of like essence, and my eyes go from like a burning coal to just like, white dwarf, it's like radiant white anger as I just charge forward and started trying to attack him.
Yeah, so I think like you like charge in and you're like, based on sort of like what I'm getting is like we're all sort of expecting this like knightly combat, right? Even though we're all skeletons.
Yeah, right?
And-
Yeah, we totally are, and they totally don't do it.
Right, and so like as you like rush to attack this guy, you expect him to like charge back at you. He just sort of like disappears and just like tries to like just like slide under your legs or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
love it.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because
Oh,
with your character going white hot and the way that Ren was acting with the spiders, it's
why did I?
kind of odd that instead of attacking like his namesake, he's very, very reserved, very, very cautious when it comes to attacking these two people. Not because of any or compassion, but because the pedestal on which the rose sits is something that Ren now remembers creating with his own hands, which answers the question, what thing in this place did you lovingly craft with your own hands?
I told you I suck.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why not?
That's my turn.
Horror time.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
You're muted for you.
Fuck. Yeah, I muted myself during the break and I totally forgot. Could you repeat the description of the intruders to me, please?
Yeah, so one of them is like large and broad-shouldered. He's fair complected. He was probably like the one who is like cracking jokes and being like noisy as they entered. The other one's like a little bit like more reserved, a little bit darker complexion, dark eyes, much smaller and more like nimble looking. And then the big one has two swords, and he's currently fighting myself, the Tattered Cloak, and the Arrow Shield. And it looks like the silver what is it, silver Torque is like trying to fight the smaller guy, but the smaller guy seems less interested in giving him a fight than the guy with the swords.
Okay. Time to be a Mary Sue. Time to be a Mary Sue.
This is what I was waiting
At this point, I am crouching. I am not in the sarcophagus. Plot twist. I don't know why. I'm crouching in the southwest corner. When I hear the commotion, when I start to realize that there's a commotion, I immediately leap at the larger of the two. And I wrap my taloned arms around him. And okay, so I have a bill and two mandibles, right? And I used my bill and two mandibles to chomp down on his head.
Nice.
And I
Damn.
squish it.
Okay.
Wait, which guy was it? The bigger guy?
Bigger one.
The big guy.
Yeah, big
Can I
guy.
make a suggestion? Is like we have to break something in the scene, right? So I'm thinking you like barrel into this guy as me and Leavington are fighting him, and you just go crashing into Ren's table and just like knock it like shatter it to pieces, and we just see like the rose like drifting down and like land on the ground.
He just made that thing.
Aww.
I just made that thing centuries ago.
You just
At least
remembered
a
to
millennium
make that
ago. Ish.
Yeah, and I think like maybe like just to it's like show up like the climactic moment where it's like first like it seems like these two like might be the heroes to like end the tomb. I think maybe like the moment where you crash into the big guy is like the moment where the silver Torque like catches the small guy making a wrong move, and like the sword actually like crashes into him.
Yeah. Well, I think that fits pretty well. Like, I don't know, because of our past. I feel like in a way, like I was always sort of like the less competent one. I don't know, like I felt like I was the older one, but you were the better one. Right? I feel like that's our relationship.
You were order, I was chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Okay, so I get to
Oh,
pick.
I need to answer a question as well.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't need
yeah.
to, but I would like to. So, what by name did you earn in life that describes the fear your existence evoked? Because there's crescent moons and everywhere, I'm going to go with an Islamic feel with this. And, like, when I hear the screams of the bigger guy as his head gets slowly and inexorably crushed, I remember back to when I was playing with when I was doing the experiments with the powerful magics in the waning days of the Order. And I remember the first word that anyone has ever said to me. Shaitan! Of course, that's the Muslim name for Satan, but Shaitan. So that would be answering the third question. What by name did you earn in life that describes the fear your existence evoked? Shaitan.
Ooh.
Devil.
Mhm.
I like that. That's perfect. Yeah. That's one of those moments where it's like it just fits, so you just gotta throw it like right down the middle, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything was kind of pushing it that way, and it's like, yeah, let's go. Perfect.
I'd like to, because I think I have to answer a thing.
Yeah, everyone's got to answer one. So if you
Yes.
haven't answered one,
So I think I recognize my stick is useless, and I go to pick up like one of the swords of the big guy. And I like console myself, and like maybe because I have a new sword, it takes longer for me to, fall into my skeleton slumber again. And I'm looking at the woman in the fresco holding up the baby, and I'm filled with love.
Oh shit.
TLC.
Oh shit. Yes. There's something on the fresco that I don't think we paid a lot of attention to. The lady holding the baby up has a rose.
oh, right.
Nice.
I totally forgot about that.
So, no, that's not that. I'm just making up that detail now. Like,
Oh,
that didn't exist, but it's canon now. And yeah, that's
I love that. That's
yeah.
perfect.
And guess what? I love that lady too.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Are
does
you saying
anyone?
that lady Suzanne? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's Suzanne. Suzanne's cool with it. She knows. She knows I'm cool with undead, ancient tomb ladies.
Listen, she's
It's
been
cool.
dead for over a millennium.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
So, nah.
Does
So,
anyone else
yeah.
have anything?
No, I don't think so. I'm
Okay.
good, at least.
Then
Yeah,
I
that's what I
think
was
like the last thing for this scene is we see Bright Yelling carrying the bodies again into the hole in the floor, but like the first time he like probably like sort of like fireman carried the body in, and like this time he like sort of like wearily like drags them behind him and like pulls them into the tomb or into
And-
the hole.
Remind me again at the start. What got destroyed?
The table with the rose, and I think
Oh yeah.
it
Okay.
sort of. I think based on the next thing that happens, we can decide whether or not
The
the
full-
rose
yeah.
survived the death of the table. But I wanted to leave that up to, the next.
Well, when time passes and like
No, it wouldn't
fit
have.
into Time Devours or Worlds Crumble, you can
Yeah,
pick one of them.
I don't think it would make much sense for it to still be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
think so too. I think maybe like we see it as like over like the next time period, just like slowly dying and withering.
Like it was wood, right? Like
That's the
if
fade.
if silver faded, like damn, like the wood's probably or gold fades, like yeah, that wood's probably seen better days.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna choose.
I should remind you, I look like bones now.
Yeah.
My bones
Yeah.
are gold, but they look like bone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna choose a century.
Okay.
So we gotta sit for 2 minutes here.
Awesome. Okay, let me get it set up for 2 minutes.
And then the World's Crumble Time Devours. Which one
Oh,
are you?
yes. I apologize.
No, you're good.
I thought you did. You chose
No,
one at the start.
I did one for the intruders, but I need to now do one for the time passing. For the
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, this is the one that makes you do one at the start. Oh yeah,
this
choose
is
one
that-
each. Yeah.
Right. So I think that over this century.
No, hold on. This one says choose once on either the Glory Fades or God's Last Table.
No, right, but then
Oh.
it's, for time passes.
Oh yeah, for time
under
passing.
a century, it's choose once on World Crumbles.
Okay, good point.
So I think I'm going to choose the Time Devours and say that over this century, the tomb has become infested. So it says, the tomb is infested. What signs of vermin remain long after the infestation ends? So I think while we were resting, we didn't wake up this time when the tomb spiders came. So like now there's just like all these like webs and like dead egg casings like all over the tomb, and it's just like disgusting.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that. That's good.
That's cool.
All right. So let's get ready for some more skillet break.
Skillet break.
All right, 2 minutes.
Alright. At your own risk and peril. Let me know when you're there.
Okay. Did we
Alrighty.
we feel the weight of countless years?
And we hear the call, arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians.
Yeah.
As
So
we
now
end
we're on to
the desecration, right?
yeah,
Yes,
we're on
we
the
go to
desk.
Act 3, and then we go to Paul this time.
Damn. Alright.
Here we go.
Actually, we are getting close to the top of
This
the
is
hour.
it.
We should break.
Okay,
We will
yo.
break, and then we can do it all at one time. So how about that? Boom, suspense.
Alright.
All right.
Based on what I'm seeing, it looks like this might be our last one too. I think we might have had enough time, so we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we're gonna go on our break to get more water and snacks and stuff, and we'll be coming back and finishing the skeletons.
Oh, I thought he was jumping on another.